on the front lines. Hey, yo, Remy, don't you love me? See, right there, that's the punchline.
I'm like, yo, hey, listen. If it was that easy for any of y'all, all would have did it.
This is the kind of drama that nobody anticipated, you know. Hip-hop's epitome of black love, Remy Ma and Papoose have persevered through the most trying times together. Now, though, rumors of heartbreak, treachery, and Papoose's startling quiet are rife on the internet. Social media is going crazy, followers are making assumptions, and reports are flying around. Did Remy Ma truly betray Papoose? If so, what is the reason behind Papoose's silence? His quiet is deafening, not simply loud. Something is clearly wrong with their love story, as seen by their covert meetings and enigmatic texts. And believe me, you will be shaken by what we are about to reveal. How did things become so dire? Above all, will Remy Ma and Papoose no longer exist as we know them? This story is crazy, so fasten your seatbelt. Let's get started. The hip-hop community is stunned. Fans are stunned by the drama and treachery surrounding the pair that everyone thought was unbreakable, Remy Ma and Papoose. And the most startling aspect? Papoose is quiet. After fighting for her, waiting for her, and supporting her through everything, the man who has always been Remy's strongest ally has abruptly stopped talking, and that silence. It's expressing itself more clearly than words ever could. How did we get here at all? Let's go back in time. Papoose and Remy Ma were the hip-hop industry's golden couple for many years. Papoose didn't just wait while Remy was imprisoned for 6 long years. He made it his duty to show the world that real love still exists. Who could forget the amazing reunions, the wedding they had while incarcerated, and the way Papoose constantly referred to her as his queen? They were the model for love, loyalty, and black greatness. They weren't simply another couple in the profession. However, something altered. And there were rumors at the beginning. It was little stuff at the start. People became aware that Papoose was posting less about Remy. Do you recall how he would constantly write about his anniversaries, adorable moments with his partner, and public vows of love on social media? All of that came to an abrupt halt. Then Remy began going out on his own. It wasn't particularly unusual to see her at industry events by herself, until someone discovered something even weirder. She wasn't simply by herself. She was becoming too close to an unidentified male. No one wanted to believe it at first. We are referring to Remy and Papoose here. They were too in love with this sort of drama, weren't they? However, everything changed when the private industry party in New York City arrived. It was one of those private occasions where photographs are not permitted. Top CEOs, A-list celebrities, and all the game's powerful players. And that's where the alleged betrayal occurred. Several sources claim that Remy arrived without Papoose. Now, superstars do their thing, so that wouldn't have raised any eyebrows on its own. People were murmuring in corners, though, because of who she was spotted with. Remy has been working with a certain industry person for some time, and it seems that they were becoming close. What do I mean when I say close? Close, I mean. The partygoers witnessed long, intense looks that were a bit too personal for business conversation, as well as whispers in the ear and touches on the waist. Word quickly spread, and you all know how quickly rumors spread. Papoose must have been tipped off by someone because he entered the gathering without anyone noticing. And believe me, there was an immediate change in the atmosphere of the room. Tension was evident as soon as Papoose and Remy met eyes. He reportedly froze for a moment, taking everything in, and then simply turned around and left again. Avoid conflict. Nothing to say, no justification. And that, there was a loud quiet. Due to Papoose, he has never been the kind to simply leave. The internet went crazy after that night. Remy and Papoose hadn't been spotted together for weeks, as fans observed. No evenings for dates, no trips with the family, no love on Instagram. Then came the biggest red flag of all. Remy Ma was interviewed, and you know what she did when the broadcaster questioned her about the rumors? She let out a laugh. "You guys always enjoy a good drama story, don't you?" she asked. "Is it okay with you? We're talking about your marriage, so this isn't just a dramatic tale." How does Papoose fare? Radio silence is still in effect. At that point, the actual digging began. Resurfaced old tweets revealed that Remy and this unidentified man had been in contact for months prior to that party. When fans discovered images of them in the same locations at the same times, but never together, they began to piece things. Then came the shocking information. According to a close acquaintance of Papoose, Papoose actually learned of the betrayal kiss prior to that party. Why didn't he say anything, you guys, if he already knew? Why didn't he confront her instead of simply leaving? Above all, is this the start of the end for the most devoted pair in hip-hop? The drama was about to take a turn that nobody anticipated, so if you thought it stopped there, think again. Papoose dropped totally off the radar after making that quiet but impactful exit from the party. No outbursts on social media, no interviews, not even a mysterious tweet. Furthermore, Papoose has never been the kind to keep quiet about Remy, as everyone who knows him would attest. Desperately looking for any hint as to what was actually happening behind closed doors, fans were going crazy. But what about Remy while Papoose was avoiding the public? She was moving around as if nothing had happened. She continued to attend events, go out to clubs, and most startling of all, be spotted with that same unidentified male. They were seen together at a private dinner in downtown Manhattan, so it's not just at industry events. This is where things start to get messy. The fact that Remy and this man were acting as though they had nothing to conceal was revealed by an insider at that very eatery. According to the source, they entered together, sat in a booth in the corner, and they were whispering and laughing all night. She didn't appear concerned that anyone would notice them. What? Everyone. Papoose remained quiet at home, but he was making some huge movements behind the scenes. Papoose had already packed his bags and left their home, according to those close to the couple. What's the biggest surprise? He had no intention of staying with pals. No hotel was where he was. He was in a whole different place now. This wasn't merely a brief cooling-off period. This individual had already decided what he wanted to do. What transpired next, however, was what truly ignited the internet. A well-known blogger, famed for revealing the secrets of celebrities, made a shocking post one evening. Underscore this betrayal may be the largest in hip-hop history. You guys aren't prepared for what's about to be revealed. All they wrote was that. However, fans went berserk over just one post. What else might come to light? The video footage followed. A paparazzi video of Papoose entering a lawyer's office was posted online. You all are already aware of what that means. A divorce. The internet completely collapsed. People were clamoring for clarification. Were Remy and Papoose's days over? And Remy Ma herself chose to speak up just when everyone thought things couldn't get much wilder. She went live on Instagram while drinking as if nothing were wrong. Y'all really believe anything the internet tells you, huh? She shook her head as she said. However, what did she not do? Nothing was denied by her. She just advised everyone to keep out of her affairs, laughed, and played some music. The fans were incensed. Sis, we did not anticipate this response. You're just leaving after Papoose spent years out here defending you. This was the perfect opportunity to clear your name if there ever was one. However, Remy, she had no desire to clear anything. At that point, Papoose initiated contact. He removed all of Remy's Instagram posts, Each anniversary is celebrated. Each birthday greeting, lost. I'm not sure what a statement would be if that wasn't one. Then he posted a single mysterious message. All that matters is loyalty. It can never be the same after it's broken. Boom, mic drop. He only stated that, but the message was very apparent. There had been an incident. He was broken by something. And it was becoming increasingly clear that Remy had truly deceived him in a way that he would never be able to forgive. The worst thing, Papoose's inner group was beginning to converse. Papoose is a real one, a close acquaintance of his stated on a podcast. His family has always been first for him. Therefore, if he is leaving in this manner, know that he has a very valid cause. The streets were on fire by now, everyone. And a fresh piece of evidence emerged just when folks believed things couldn't get much more dramatic. Old text exchanges between Remy and this unidentified man from more than a year ago were discovered by someone. This was nothing new. For a long time, this situation had been developing. The most important question at this point was what Papoose will do next. Hold on tight if you thought this drama had peaked, because what came next completely altered the course of events. By removing Remy Ma from his social media accounts and sharing that mysterious statement about loyalty, Papoose had already made his point very obvious. What did he do next, though? No one was prepared. Papoose posted a freestyle to his Instagram story late one evening. No caption, no justification, only bars. He wasn't holding back, Kept you down despite the bids, the pain, and the rain. Constructed a house and left a legacy, but now it's all for nothing. I assumed I wouldn't see the warning signs and took my loyalty for weakness. But betrayal always has a fragrance, and I could always smell it. Girl. Whoa. Fans lost it because of that alone. This was the first time this individual had ever used personal matters in his music. Was he rapping about it? Then it was actual. Deciphering the lyrics, many began to realize that this was more than a single error. This included the discarding of years of allegiance. Remy, meantime, continued to act composed. As if nothing had changed, she had been seen having fun and laughing. However, what happened when she was specifically questioned about Papoose's freestyle? "Dude, you guys really enjoy a good story, don't you?" she asked, rolling her eyes. The problem is that she was still not denying anything. Things became much more chaotic at that point. Another video, this one taken inside a studio, appeared online. Remy was seated far too close to her mystery man in the picture. They were engaged in more than just music making. They were exchanging drinks, grinning, and whispering. What's the most absurd aspect? Remy's wedding ring was missing, and others noticed. All of you. This was no longer merely conjecture. This actually happened. And Papoose made his next big move while fans were still processing everything. He was seen in front of a courthouse. There were wild rumors that he was divorcing. With their cameras flashing, TMZ reporters rushed up to him and said, "Papoose, is it over between you and Remy?" He simply continued to walk. But his look said it all. It was more than simply heart touch. This was a man who had decided what to do. An unnamed source then asserted that Papoose was already seeing someone else, which further exacerbated the chaos. Papoose isn't waiting around to heal. He's not someone who's been in his corner for a while now. Fans went crazy. Who was this enigmatic woman? Could it be a former acquaintance? A former romantic partner? Or perhaps someone who had been standing by the sidelines the entire time? Papoose performed the unimaginable just when everyone believed things couldn't get much weirder. On Instagram, he unfollowed Remy Ma. All of you. This may appear insignificant, but if you are familiar with their past, you are aware that it was significant. For years, these two had been each other's staunchest supporters. And now, Papoose made it plain that he was finished. Remy's buddies, meanwhile, began to speak up. One of her close friends went live on Instagram and stated, "Look, I won't give away everything, but I will say that everyone has their own motivations. Additionally, people may outgrow one another. Fans didn't believe it. They were enraged and kept saying, "Sis, just admit what you did." In Remy's comments, "You truly played the one guy who kept you in check." Whoa! Remy, you lost a real one. And this is where things really started to get insane, everyone. In a picture of herself, Remy Ma wrote, "The truth will come out soon enough." She appeared unconcerned. What is real? Did she mean that Papoose wasn't giving the complete truth? Did she need to drop over her own receipts? Or was she merely attempting to minimize the harm? Nobody knew what to trust at this point. However, one thing was certain, this was far from over. And what is everyone's most pressing question? Would Remy and Papoose ever come out? Or was this the end of an era, the demise of the most devoted pair in hip-hop? And there you have it, everyone. A tale of love that was once unbreakable but was now utterly destroyed. Hip-hop aristocracy used to be defined by Papoose and Remy Ma, but now, everything is disintegrating. Who is telling the truth, though, is the true question. Is there more to this narrative than we are aware of, or is Remy concealing something? And is this the end, or do you guys believe Papoose will ever forgive her? This drama is far from over, so please share your thoughts in the comments section. To ensure you don't miss any updates, remember to hit the like button, subscribe, and enable notifications. You already know that we'll be returning with all the tea, and we'll be observing everything they do. Keep checking back because this story, it's only the beginning together.